begin.
Thank you, Julia. Om Jnana Tamarandasya Gyananjana Shlakaya Chakshurandalitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Before speaking, I want to offer my Dandavat Pranam to the lotus feet of my Gurudevs, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. By His grace, I am even allowed to be in the assembly of devotees. And hopefully I can speak in a way that is pleasing to Him and to all the Vaishnavas. For those of you who aren't aware, there is a history of the New Braj Village School. In 1998, Srila Gurudev called Gopanandini, my wife and myself, into his room and said, I want a school. And he said at that time, one day people will come from all over the world to attend. He said, the school will become a light for the world. And then later on, about a year later, he said, Badger will one day become the center of my mission. And I said, Badger? And he said, yes, and the school will be a big part of it. And he said many other things since then. Last year he also said, the school will grow and flourish, 100, 200, 300, no doubt. So it started in a very small way. Gopanandini and myself in our house started with some children, and quite honestly, with not taking some position of humility, by dint of Gopanandini's bhakti largely to Gurudev, the school was very successful in the beginning. And many children came. And as the school began to grow and develop, and more it became apparent that we had a way to go to become what Gurudev is envisioning. It was a period of some struggle. The children, of course, still get spiritual programs and very sweet teachers to give them love and affection. But to actually create a dynamic institution which will be strong enough to counter the influences of this age of Kali, which is so many powerful agents through technology, movies. We've realized more and more that it's going to take, as they say, a village. Many qualified young, especially young devotees, but qualified devotees. In 1999, Gurudev gave a class here, and he said this would be the success of the Bhaja community. He said, we are social animals, so we need society. And society, for us, has two ingredients. One is that we come together and chant and remember, and the other is that we develop love and affection for each other. And then he said, the older devotees should be very kind to the young devotees, and the young devotees should be very respectful to the older devotees. But whoever is qualified should be offered respect. He said, don't just think of yourselves, think of your children as well, because they will be the future members of this society. So I want that all the devotees, they come together, he said, and meet and discuss how to train our children. And then at the end he concluded, he's saying, and if there is harmony, oh, so much success will be there. So this is, of course, the challenge in Kali Yuga, for all of us to come together and to cooperate in a mood of love and affection, so we can create something very dynamic for our children. Recently I visited the Buddhist school in Ukiah, and they have a very strong sense of their culture. And Kali Yuga doesn't have so much entry, except in the form of Buddhism. But as far as their culture goes, it's very strong. I was thinking, why can't we, who have the perfect spiritual master, the best culture, Vedic arts and sciences, the most complete philosophy given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming down in the line of our acharyas, Upanuka acharyas. We have the most complete lifestyle, beginning and centered around, of course, chanting and remembering and imbibing deeply what Gurudev has given us. Why can't we invest in our children? What is holding us up? Partly, I think what was holding us up is me, many of my shortcomings being the way. But I'm praying that Gurudev will continue to work on me so that I can become more functional in his service. But also we've come to realize that we do need to bring on very qualified people. One of them particularly now has come, Mahabodhi Prabhu, who can manifest things that most of us are picking up intuitively, but he can make it manifest in forms in the material world. But one thing we don't ever want to lose, and if we've lost it, we want to regain it. Gurudev said the most important thing in training children, in teaching children, is control by love and affection. This is what he embodies, and also, if this is going to be the center of his worldwide mission, it doesn't mean bricks and buildings, but it means his conception and mood has to be imbibed by us and passed on from one generation to the next. So everything that he's doing, traveling around the world, writing all these books, will continue to spread as one generation moves into the next. This would be our greatest contribution to him, to imbibe his legacy and to give it to others and make sure that our children understand it. So many children in the past have been cheated in the name of Krishna consciousness. Our Gurudev has come to not cheat anyone. And if we are going to be his representatives, then we have to become non-cheaters ourselves. So traditionally when Gurudev comes, first I introduce the teachers and persons who have been involved in that school, and then I introduce the students. So beginning with, first, even though Gopanandini is not involved in the school right now, directly, she is indirectly involved in the fact that I'm always taking good advice. And she actually is, more than anyone, the one responsible for getting the school moving in the mood that Gurudev has encouraged us to develop. So I want to first acknowledge Gopanandini. And then Nityamanjari Devi Dasi. Nityamanjari has been so steady in her service all these years. And like I was saying earlier, it's been a struggle at times, where most of us who are here are overextended. We don't have, we'd like to focus on the particular areas where we want to specialize in, but we're doing so many other things that it's hard. But yet every day she comes in and she's so expert at giving foundational education to young children in the academic realm so that they get a strong foundation, and when they move on to higher grades, they've imbibed solid academic skills. And there's Radhika Devi Dasi. To give you an example of Radhika Devi Dasi and her contribution, one girl, I asked her, why is it that you like Radhika so much? And she said, she makes me feel good about myself. So this is Gurudev's mood. Gurudev has called her my teacher. And the love and affection that she gives to these children from the core of her heart on behalf of Gurudev, I haven't seen anywhere before. So, Radhika Devi Dasi, thank you. And is Rangalata Didi here? She's not here right now. Rangalata Didi this year contributed so nicely in working with the younger children and assisting Radhika in the classrooms. She was new to the Gurukula. But I do want to acknowledge her service, and so everyone, and Kishore Prabhu, formerly from Badger, then from Hawaii, then now again in Badger. He has a passion to teach the things that he's so expertly learned. He spent many years in the Gurukula in ISKCON, and he's learned, I don't know in the West at least, someone who can teach Vedanga so expertly to children. Many of the children you see who have moved on have been taught these skills by him. He teaches shlokas, and it seems like you're in some Vedic village. He does it with such expertise. He also is amazing at PE, teaching that, and Hindi. But also he has so many ideas about how we can move our school into the next phase, which is somehow or other magically happening to all of us. There's nothing like, in serving Gurudev, there's nothing like commitment. When it's kind of like do or die, and there's no back door, and you just think you've had enough, but you recommit in your heart, then all kinds of intelligence comes from Guru. It's his Shakti, actually, and it's his service. And he can manifest this school in 5 seconds just by snapping his fingers. But he's just waiting for us to rub together his rocks and get purified so he can be able to do his work to us. So anyway, Kishore Prabhu, I can't neglect mentioning Nanda Gopal Prabhu and his wife Manju Vasani because I'm a very passionate person, but his advice, his intelligence, his balance, Nanda Gopal is an institution in Badger, and so is his wife. But he's an institution with a heart, and his contribution to keeping this project going is invaluable. And same with Manju Vasani. We just wish they could participate more. They're so busy with their work in person. So, Manju Vasani and Nanda Gopal. We also have here some of our children who have graduated and are now in college, and they're doing quite well. Almost straight A's. We have, I think it's 4 girls in college now, or 3. And we have a number of boys who have gone on to be with Premananda Prabhu and getting further training in Bhakti there. So there's been some success. We've had some mistakes. The time is right, and there's nothing so powerful as an idea whose time has come. So we want to encourage all of you to help us bring Gurudev's vision to fruition. And whether it's by your thoughts, your energy, your wealth, whatever it may take, let's make this school a light for the world in conjunction with all the other preaching programs that are going on now for Srila Gurudev. So everyone will benefit by this project that we invest our energy in now. And now the children. Oh, yes. Nanda Gopal is always saying, first of all, Mahi Bharta Prabhu gives so much nice Bhagavatam classes every day. Oh, Mahi, where are you? I'm so sorry. Without Mahi's classes, we probably dry up. He gives the sweetest, enlivening classes, and all the children love his classes. And also, we do have a board now of 7 members, consisting of Jamuna Prasad Prabhu, Radhakanta Prabhu, Krishnamayi Dasi, Vishwambar Prabhu, Radhika Devi Dasi, and who have I left out? Myself, and who else? Who? Oh, God, Nanda Gopal. Okay, now for the children. Huh? Okay, this year we're going to start with the oldest children first. And the first one is Prem Pradeep Prabhu, who's not only a student, but this year he's been teaching Thakaji worship and cooking lunches, and he's been trained up so nicely in Mathura. He's the son of Gopanandini and myself.
Pado yadiyo pathama dvitiyo tritiya suryo katito yaduru navishtata panchama eva shasto bhujantarang doryugalang tathanyo Kandhastharajanavamo yadiyo mukharavindam rasanam prapulam ekadasho yasya lalata patakam siro pitudvarasaiva pati tamadi devang karunanidhanam tamalavarnam suhitavataram aparasang sarasamudrisetam bhajamahe bhagavata swarupam. I meditate on the most merciful Sri Krishna, whose bodily hue is black like a tamal tree. He has appeared for everyone's benefit in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is like a bridge by which lost souls can cross over the unending ocean of birth and death. This Srimad Bhagavatam has 12 cantos, which correspond to the 12 parts of Krishna's divine form. The first and second cantos are his lotus feet. The third and fourth cantos are his lotus thighs. The fifth canto is his lotus navel. The sixth canto is his torso and chest. The seventh and eighth cantos are his beautiful lotus arms. The ninth canto is his lotus throat. The 10th canto is his beautiful lotus face. And the 11th canto is his forehead, and the 12th canto is his crown.
I'm trying to go by age. I may make some mistakes, so forgive me. Govinda Sundari, the daughter of Nanda Gopal and Manju Vasani. She's just a wonderful devotee, very, very deep, but very keeps it to herself. But so compassionate and so sweet.
Yasya deve parabhaktir yata deve tata guru tasyaite katita hyarta prakashante mahatmana. All the purports of the Vedas are fully revealed to that great soul who has the same implicit faith for his guru as he has for Krishna.
And next is Janava Devi Dasi, who, like Govi, will in about 6 months from now, 7 months, be attending college themselves as well. Been told by Gurudev to go to college. And Janava got a perfect score on her high school exit exams, which is very rare, actually. Not only that, she's also very sweet. Daughter of Shamala and Tirthapada. And Gurudev.
Dehamadhyam sulabham sidelabham salam sukalpam guru karnadharam mayanukulena nabhatsate tang puman bhavadhim natarasa atmaha. This human body, although effortlessly attained, is also very rarely achieved. This body is a perfectly constructed boat. The Guru is the captain, Sadhu Sangha is the sail, and Harikatha and the Shastras are the favorable winds impelling it towards spiritual perfection. Considering all these advantages, a person who does not utilize this life to cross the ocean of material existence is considered to be the killer of his own soul.
Next is Radha Dasi, the daughter of Radhini Shakti. And I have to say, although she won't want me to, that watching her unfold and blossom has been such a privilege. She's like in the 60s when we were wanting to get involved with things, and with some of us who joined the movement, we were concerned about other people and life and wanted to gather knowledge and were curious. And that's what's happened to her, and she's very serious about Krishna consciousness. So, Radha Dasi.
Vaksho vegam manasakrodha vegam jiva vegam udrakasya vegam etan veganya vishahetadira sarvam abdimam prituvim sasishat. A wise and self-composed person who can subdue the impetus to speak, the agitation of the mind, the onset of anger, the vehemence of the tongue, the urge of the belly, and the agitation of the genitals can instruct the whole world. Therefore, all persons may become disciples of such a wise and self-composed person.
Our next devotee is Narayana Prabhu. Where is Narayana? Narayana is famous for his honesty, even when he'd rather not be. He's a very honest person, very good-hearted, and Gurudev has just told him he wants him to finish school, go to college, and spend some time in Mathura being trained up.
Tatadavadi madhurye shute deyadapekshite natasastam yuktam cha tolo podapati lakshanam. Upon hearing the various affairs of the Vrajvasi Parikar and their various rasas, the devotee's heart becomes deeply inspired to follow a certain attraction of one of them. Therefore, he is no longer dependent on the injection of sastra to form the practices of bhakti. This is the symptom of the awakening of divine greed.
Next devotee is Janak, the son of, by the way, Kalindi is supposed to call your husband. The son of, I just got the message. The son of Kalindi and Kaliya Krishna, Janakru. Janak is, you can see, has really nice brahminical qualities, and very sensitive and good-hearted, and we hope he'll also spend some time being trained up in Mathura Math. Analatashtarava atmani vishnu vajayante eva pushpapaladya Pranasabara Vitapa Mandadara Prema Hishtatana Bova Visushna. The trees and creepers of the forest, their branches weighed down by the rich covering of the fruits and flowers, seem to manifest Vishnu within their heart. Exhibiting corruptions of love upon their bodies, they pour down rains of honey. The next one is Ram, the daughter of... Oh, I did it again. I was really trying this year not to blow it. It's the son of Kunti and the grandson of Nirhari Prabhu and Bhavatarini. Ram is from Hawaii, and if you've ever heard of Hanideva Thoreau's statement, we should march to the beat of our own drummer. Ram marches to the beat of his own drummer, and he's matured so much in his dealings with everyone, and he's made a lot of progress this year. We called him most improved student of the year, actually.
Bhaktaram Yagyatpasam Sarvalokamisharam Suridam Sarvabhutsanam Yasvamam Shantam Richati. He who knows the Supreme Lord to be the enjoyer of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme controller of all the planets, and the well-wisher of all the jivas, attains moksha.
Our next devotee is Srivas Prabhu. Srivas is the son of Aniruddha Prabhu and Yashoda Priya. Srivas Prabhu is a natural sevak. He has a service attitude, stand-up Prabhu, and he's humble. And when he gets some service to do, he doesn't need to be watched. He takes the initiative and does it first class, which is a really nice quality. It just comes naturally.
Rajo Bhagavan Vacheshatanaya Satama Vindavanam Ramya Kachirupasana Vajavadu Vargenaya Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamamaram Prema Pumato Mahan Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Amatamidam Tachvidaro Napara. For Janjanandan, Shri Krishna is our only worshipful object. In the same way that he is worshipful, so is his transcendental abode, shooting down and down. The mood in which the young brides of Braj worshipped him is the most excellent of all. Srimad Bhagavatam alone is the immaculate Shabda Praman, and praying is the supreme object of life. This is the conception of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and there is nothing superior to this.
And now there's our Giridhari Prabhu. Giridhari is like a walking Adhikar bomb waiting to go off. He has so much qualification and so much, he's imbibed rolling in the dust of Vrindavan for so many years as a young child. He's even got the naughty nature of Krishna, but he's actually a really wonderful devotee, and we all want to help him realize his potential here in the branch. Radhakanti is his mother. Gurudev is his father.
Tavakatamritam tapta jivanam kavividiritam kalmashapam Savanamangalam Shrimadatatam Bhuvinantaye Buridhayana. The Gopi said, the nectar of your words and the description of your activities are the life and soul of those suffering in this material world. These narrations, transmitted by learned sages, eradicate one's sinful reactions and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world, filled with spiritual power. Certainly, whoever preaches the message of Godhead is the most merciful.
That verse was personally taught to him by his mother, Radhakanti. Next is Chandra, the daughter of Rukmanga Prabhu. And she's recently come to our school. A very nice devotee, very nice qualities. And she does really well in applying herself to her academics.
Sarvasanga, Sarvasanga, Sarvasashtivoy. Lavamanchu, Sarvasange, Sarvasiddhivoy. The verdict of all revealed scriptures is that through even a moment's association with a sadhu, one can attain ultimately complete spiritual perfection.
Is Tulsi here today? Tulsi? Oh, keeping far away. Tulsi also joined us in the middle of this year. She's the daughter of Mahalakshmi Devi and Ramachandra Prabhu. And Tulsi's wonderful. She's a really nice devotee, and she's... go for it.
Vindaya Tulsidevaye Priya Keshavastya Krishna Bhakti Saradevi Satchivatana Maha.
Translation. And she doesn't know the truth. Okay, next. Is Chapala come yet? Paramananda Prabhu? I know, I just was asking for Chapala. Is Chapala here? Chapala has come from Hawaii. She's the daughter of Paramananda Prabhu, and she's made a lot of progress here. And I feel that she now identifies Badger as her home. Unfortunately, she's staying at another house, and they didn't get her over here in time. But it's Paramananda Prabhu's daughter. Where are you, Paramananda? He's probably trying to find Chapala. Next is Tulsi Manjari. She's the daughter of Akshno Palam and Govinda Nandini, and she is sweetness personified. She's come here recently, and everyone just feels very endeared by her nice qualities and wants her to stay here forever.
Akshno phalam tradisha dakshanam hita no phalam tradisha gatrasangaha jiva phalam tradisha kirtanam hi sudurlabha bhagavata loke. O Vaishnava, to see you is the perfection of the eyes, to touch your lotus feet is the perfection of the body, to glorify your divine qualities is the perfection of the tongue, for it is very rare to find a pure devotee within this world.
I do want to mention there's one boy who's not here today because he's sick. His name is Kavi. He's also the son of Kalindi and Kaliya Krishna Prabhu. Really nice boy. Both of those boys that he raised, really two nice boys, and it's unfortunate he couldn't be here, but I just wanted to mention him. Kavi, foreigner. And next is Vishnupriya. Vishnupriya is the daughter of our teacher, Nitya Manjari, and she's just an exemplary young girl. No criticisms, she's all good qualities, very sweet, very affectionate, and very nice devotee.
Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutare Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadante Swava Kadamtikam. When will Srila Rupa Goswami give me the shelter of his lotus feet? Because he understood the innermost heart's desire, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was able to establish his mission in this world and is therefore very dear to the Lord.
Last year I made a big mistake, and I don't want to repeat it this year. She also has a very nice devotee father, and his name is Vaishnava Prabhu. Okay, next is Narada. Narada, also known as Nandanandana, since he's not Gurudev, but by habit everyone calls him Narada. And Narada he's come from a public school that he lived in here. He's the son of a Bangada, as I said. And he came here very morose, and now he smiles a lot. He's happy, and he should be with devotees, because he's a devotee himself. Go ahead.
Mahapashare Gurande Nam Brahmi Vaishnava Bhakti Senior Tamacha Vishishwana Vajayate. Those who do not possess sufficient pious credit will not have faith in Mahapashara, Sri Govinda, and the holy names or in Vaishnavas.
So we can see that Narada is glorifying his favorite activity. Okay, kids and Raj, speak more clearly. Because Gurudev needs to hear what we say. Next is Janavi. Janavi is the daughter of Anuradha and the granddaughter of Pankishore and Champaklata. This is the story.
Srinadapi Sunichena Tarodapi Sunishna Amanina Manadena Kitaniya Sadahi. One can chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself to be lower than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, having no false pride, and always ready to offer respect to others in such a state of mind. One can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
And the last one, is your brother here, Kennedy? Is Kishore here? No. The last one, he spent a lot of time working on this verse on page 5 of the song book. So we're going to ask him if he will help him say it. What's the verse, Kishore? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. He's very shy. So those are our students. I want to express, our teacher said, to Srila Gurudev. Before I do though, I want to acknowledge also a few other people. Lately we've been having a lot of meetings about expanding the school, and many new people have come, but some more residents have been involved in the process. Kishore Prabhu's wife, Jayashree, who was a graduate of the school, and his sister, Jamuna, and also Jiva Priya Prabhu. He came through recently, and he did some workshops with us on communication, and it was very effective, so I want to thank them all also, Jiva Priya Prabhu. But again, anything we can do, if this is anything that happens as good as Gurudev's Shakti. When I had some nervous collapse a couple of years ago, and I went to see Gurudev, and he said, the problem is you're thinking you're the doer. It is my Shakti. Just become the statue. And then that night he went in and got donations from the entire crowd just sitting in his chair. So Gurudev is doing everything, and I just pray that we can all take deeply what he's come to give us, especially myself, and that we can be his instruments to carry his mission forward. We can never pay our debt to our spiritual master, but we can try. Srila Gurudev ki jai.
I'm very happy, very, very happy. I giving my blessings to Rajendra Nandan Prabhu. In his guidance, this school is running very well, as I wanted. And I told them to establish a school, ideally school, not like school. I heard that the Gurukula boys filed a case against them, and they won the case that they have ruined their all characters and everything. So I told him, make this school ideal, that each and every student, they should be inspired in bhakti also, and class subject also both. Our Guru Maharaj used to tell, any education without bhakti is like zero. So I am very happy that he is inspiring even small boys and girls. What is Gita? What is Bhagavatam? Who is Krishna? Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And they are learning very good sloks, important sloks. And they are also qualified to translate this Sanskrit sloka, and their uttering is very, very good. Pronunciation, very good. I wanted that a committee should be there, and I'm happy that a committee has been done. And so many persons are helping. My disciples are helping. And that is why I think this school is ideal in whole world, I can tell. So I want that there should be no lacking of any money problem. That the teachers should be paid duly. The staff should be paid duly. I'm very happy that this committee has taken this building also, and there is place for living them and also for teaching. But yet I want that a separate school anywhere nearby. So many with classes, classrooms, and qualified more teachers. There should be. So I think this committee will manage all these things. And this school should be ideal. Those students will come and learn here, and they will go away after learning. They should be ideal in bhakti, in everything. What more?
Thank you, Guru.
Go Brahma. My blessings to all students, staff, and everyone. Especially to Gopanandani, and also Nitya Manjari, and especially that Radhika, very expert in all. Thank you. Now Hare Krishna. One kirtan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare